What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you tonight. Do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter. Shutdown Safety is my username. Want to talk a little about Madden and patches and how the community has responded and how EA has responded to their most recent patch. You know, they had their day 30 patch. Block should have been continued there by number 74. I'm going to continually interrupt myself by looking at this gameplay, but I digress for the moment. Madden put out a day 30 patch, and then they went back and continued to change the patch the following day based on community feedback. And I will say, for what it's worth, EA, they do a really good job at responding to the changes the community wants as far as tuning the game. Maybe not the right people, maybe not the sim community, but they listen to the competitive gamers, they look at the competitive gamers, they look at the MUT community, and they make tuning adjustments based on the impression they're left with those people. And that's good. As long as they're responding to some consumer, if it's not me, that's okay. But what I've seen from Madden most recently is that patches are designed as complete fixes. And it's intriguing to me because, as many of you know, Axis Football here, this is a game I work with. Canadian Football 2017, a game I work with. 505 backbreaker. Watch this audible real quick. Audible to the outside run. Beautiful blocking setup. Pursuit up the field is pretty clean. Get taken down within the 10. I digress. Going forward again, though, those companies, when they look to patch a game, they're not just looking to fix. They're looking to add. They're looking to build. You know, if you remember back to, well, just real quick, that should have been intercepted, but if you remember back to the Great House patch, you know, Backbreaker put out nearly a whole new game with that. And that's something that I've talked about with what Canadian Football 2017 has going on. They're bringing in a season mode. They're bringing in American football rules. They're really reinventing a lot of that game through a patch. Take a look at what Axis does with their patches. They implemented all new stat tracking in franchise. They've got a whole new stadium coming down the pike. They've got a lot of things that are upgraded in terms of their AI, in terms of building on the product that's there. Not just saying, hey, here's a whole bunch of things that we need fixed, or hey, here's a whole bunch of things the community realized aren't right, we're going to address them. And that's what concerns me about Madden. I really don't know the last time I saw something new brought into the game on a patch. And listen, that's not to say that I don't know or think that they don't want to do that. But every gaming company right now is working on their 2019 version. You know, Axis is, Canadian Football is, with much more limited resources than Madden. And they're still able to provide new and fresh content to us in their game. The only time EA really does that is when it's something involved in MUT, when it's a microtransaction-based process. And I think that's where I'm starting to get concerned with, are these patches, or these fixes, or these resources solely going towards microtransactions? When I looked at what they were going to do this year with the Madden Live, I expected something similar to what the show did, where you can go in and play live rosters, live equipment, live updates, pretty much live games for the week. And that's not what we're getting. That's what the show delivered. But we're getting just canned rosters, canned teams, no scenarios. Here's the game, like it, play it, leave it. And to me, in a nutshell, that's almost embodying what Madden and EA has become to me. It's just a stale, repetitive, long-winded process. I mentioned before, MUT almost seems like a chore at times. I don't like games that feel like a chore. Now, I realize, you know, games like Axis, games like Canadian Football 2017, they're not pick-up and play options to make Madden obsolete. When's the last time you saw a Madden punter put a ball out at the 8-yard line by design? It doesn't happen all the time. Just a little nugget there. But it does make me wonder where the resources are going to. If you've got all this time, money, energy to update MUT, to give us new objectives and new things every month, which is great, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's not a good thing. For the MUT community, they live and die by that. But what about the people that don't play MUT? Don't we deserve those same updates, that same content, that same mode? It's not something we seem to get. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. Back in the week with more content.